Christmas tree, at least most people that I know of, except for my two sons, because they never put it up, because we got one here. But my youngest and I made this little um, tree setting, and it's made out of some old wire reels and plaster Paris Mountain and some stuff we picked up a little choo-choo train, and we used it for the base for our Christmas tree. Had one years ago with my oldest son, who see if I can find a picture of it. And well, kind of hammered that. But Vinny and I built this one, and over the years, it's needed some work, and I haven't got it done. But this year, I vowed I would get it done, so here I am. Had some parts and pieces, and a few of them that I got, but it's a little town, and it was just kind of cool. Had a little N-scale railroad that ran on this track. Probably 3 years ago, my wife had some friends over, and their little kids did something to this, and I don't know what, but it doesn't work. The train doesn't work very well. And actually last year, when I plugged it in, the lights wouldn't work. There's lights, pole lights, and there's lights in the building, backlights. So I'm going to take it upon myself to try to fix this and get it working. Don't know what the damage is, but I'm going to try. I plugged it in. Again, nothing's happening. So I think I lost power, but I've got a lot of work to do on it. You can see these little green things. That's from the Christmas tree. It's molting. We've had it 10, 15 years, and can't believe it's not stripped yet. But I'm going to try on this and see what I can find out. Hold on while I get some tools. You can see under here, this wiring is an absolute mess. I just kept adding things over the years and kind of read them in. And anyway, got this box. I need to take it apart and see if I got power coming in here. I have an extension cord that just plugs into the wall. It's either one side or the other of this. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off, see what I find out. Okay, I took this box apart, and you can see I've got, you can't see it because it's over here, but I've got two outlets over here to plug things into. Can you see them? And they are fed out of these switches. So that way I could turn the tree on and off from here, or I can do the little train. So both of these work. There's power to the outlets, so I need to check a little bit more. One thing I've got to say, this is a little screwdriver, and everybody makes them. This is a skill, but everybody makes them. And they're $30, $35. Greatest investment you ever make, because I have a battery operated drill motor to put these in, but it would actually just strip them out. So I don't want to do that. This thing is not torquey enough to do that, but I pulled the little transformer out, and got my meter here. We got nothing. So this little culprit is bad. That's one thing that needs to be fixed. We'll go on the next one. Now that's January 3rd or 4th or whatever it is. But look what's in here. They're supposed to be dead. I don't want to fall on me because they hurt when they bite. But anyway, he's still living. Where'd he come from? Wonder if he was in the tree set. Well, we'll figure it out. I don't think he's part of the problem. This is a train controller, and it's got power wire that goes to the tracks to run the train, but it's also got a wiring for the accessories like lights and kind of stuff like that. So it all looks like it's got power coming out of here, 20 volts, and output says 17 volts, so should be good. Oh. That's 20 volts. And this is from the train track to power the train, speed controller kind of thing. Well, maybe that's a problem. Got no power on there. Well, let me check that one out. I spent about a half an hour trying to clean this thing this morning. And problem is most of the stuff is just sitting there. So if you suck it up, the vacuum, which is the only way to get those green pieces out, you can see these here. Can't get to them. Well, it sucks them out. Then you've got less snow. But I think it's probably easier to just go get a couple of little bags of snow or coal or whatever and do it a good cleaning. Kind of used Elmer's glue on this stuff to let it stick, but it didn't seem to do a very good job. Got a dead guy on the roof. Didn't want to suck him up. Anyway, go over a quick way how we made this. I had a couple of wire reels, and I used those. I put up some 8-inch veneer on the outside, plywood or whatever you call it, laminated wood, to so I could bend it. And do like here, just put it on a 2x4 base. Yeah, up here you can see the reels. They're different size. One you can see is bigger, and this is smaller. And I just got a tree stand, whatever our old tree stand was, put it in and screwed it to the base, and then got the old flour paste and newspaper, built this all up. Good child. And God, how many years ago? This was 15 years ago, maybe even more than that. We built that. Built this. The train. I used to have. We had one that was for our old tree in our old house, and it was a big Lionel train. But Gino kind of hammered that, and after a while it wouldn't work, and I didn't want a real big one. I got the end scale. So I finally went around and I found a lot of the problems was the track, like right here is this where the main feed wires go, wasn't quite level, so it was making that jump the rails. So I filed them down, tried to make them as smooth as possible. I still got a little bit of a problem here, but this I filed down. This was track that there was a long section, I'm saying 2-foot section or something, and you put it on this little cork, looks like bedding, and you just stick it together, put little nails in here. In some places I drove the nails too deep, and that made the track go like that. So it had a problem. This looks supposed to look like a little waterfall running down. Of course, it goes over the edge there. As far as the wiring goes, God, I think what happened is I had some wires short out. Now, I've gone through on this and pretty much figured out how to redo all this, and it's just cutting it, redoing splices. So I got my solder gun, and I will redo those. I'm taking these little lights, and I'm just doing individually, making sure they all work. These street lights actually work. They can change the colors. These little stop lights, I put magnets, put a door magnet, you know, like for a security system. And I put that in there, and then I put magnets in the cars, in the box cars, and when they go by, they turn this on. Of course, you can see this is too many kids playing with it. Got hammered. But they actually work when they go by. And I've got houses, and some of these little houses or lights and that looks kind of cool. Got a light in the tunnel, but it hasn't worked for a while. They got a little tunnel there, a little coal mine, or I guess it's coal mine. This is a car tunnel. Kind of like Eisenhower, only not quite as big. Anyway, I'm going to keep working on this and see if I can do some more splicing. I did get the train to run. So you can actually hear it when it hits that part of the tracks. So I'm going to keep working and see if I can get something going. I got these which control the power to the train. So I'm going to see what I can do. I'll turn you on when I get some lights on. Okay, I've been working all day and just basically trying to rewire. These wires are really small, and you can see the insulation just flakes off. So I think the problem was that the reason it was working is they just ground it out. So I've soldered all the connections, put shrink tube on it to kind of keep it from bunching up. I found out I put the heat trace on, and these wires, I melted the insulation, so I had to redo that because they were grounding out amongst themselves. But we're close. Train runs for a while. Lights go on. Let me turn the light off. I don't know how good this picture is, but see, I had a light in the tunnel, can't get that to work. This big one here, the wire broke, so I haven't got that to work. Oh, just seen the garage door on the firehouse broke. Better fix that. But this house is one of the original ones, and this one's one of the original ones I have, and they're just solid rubber, so I can't light them like I did these others. Some of the street lights don't work. This one doesn't. This one doesn't. Try to get those running tomorrow. On all these wires, they're so small and so hard. You really can't terminate them on anything. So what I did was soldered them, and I just put on a heat shrink. Like I said, I'm going to heat trace them. Got my heat gun. You got to be careful because on some of these, you overdo them. The wire is so small, it burns the insulation off and it shorts out. Okay, that's done. Ooh, a little warm. Now I'm going to try to strap all these wires up. I don't know what this goes to. I'm going to track this down, see what this goes to. And I don't know what it goes to. I wonder if it's hot. Hold on. I'll see it in a couple minutes. Unbeknownst to me, These are just the same wires in the bundle. It's just this was the original feed and I wired in this feed. So I'm going to just keep this somewhere in case I ever want to add on. But now I've got to go kind of bundle these all up, and they might be close. Okay, I ended up using this to power everything since it's a bigger gauge wire. I want to put something in there so I can change the transformers if I have to without soldering. So I've got a terminal block in the house somewhere or in the barn. So I got everything kind of tied up. Oop, need to tie those back up. We got so I've got everything, all the lights work. The tunnel light works. So it's got light there. Put some light up here. I had a pole light right here, and the ones I got, they're too small. You can't even touch them. So I didn't put them on in, but got everything. All the lights are lit. Now, clean up and then go back to getting the train on. So I think I got all the lights lit. It's either on a dimmer. Lights up the town. Got the tunnel light in. And let's see if the train runs. Well, that light doesn't work. It did before. Have to check it. Well, I've got some more stuff to do. I did get some snow and some glue, so I'm going to add the snow, but actually it kind of looks pretty good right now. So, have a pretty big mess that I need to clean up. So I'm going to see if I can get that and just let this train run and see if that kind of cleans the tracks off. I don't know if the tracks get dirty after a while or what, but it's working pretty good now. Got the train running. Been running for about 20 minutes. The caboose rear wheels come off or skip a track or something. Not sure why. But now that's getting darker, you can see when this has the Christmas tree, it looks pretty cool. Well, that's it for tonight. I got the last little bit that needs to be taken care of. And that is, I just got wire spliced together. So what I'm going to do is I had this fuse block, and I had it from the Mustang when I was working, and I ordered a number of them. And it's a little overkill, but at least I'll get a fuse on it, and I'll be able to kind of separate that in case I need to get a new transformer, which is this thing right here. It'll be relatively easy to do without removing any wiring. I've also got, you get that up out of the way, I got a cord, and I had one, but I don't know what happened to it. And what I do is plug it in here and run it up this little hole in the back of the train, or the mountain, and it runs up the pole on the and then we plug in all the lights to the Christmas tree off of this cord, and it's switched from the switch here. So I just have to hit the switch, train's running, hit the switch, and it also starts the train, and it turns on the Christmas tree. So that's the way it goes. I'll get that. These wires are really small, and I'm going to put these crimp connectors on them. So what I did is I bent them over because they're solid wire. And let me see if I can squeeze those. If I had a flat pair of pliers would be best, but no, I need something else to flatten them with. Well, I guess I'll find something. Hold on. And all else fails, I used the hammer and smashed them down. Now they'll fit in there and crimp them. Okay, they're pretty tight. So I've got to go up here. You can't see very well, but it's mirrored finish on the other side. Finish. And I'm going to push these on the terminals if I can see them. Ah, dang it, I can't see. There we go. And I'm not sure what the amperage is on this thing, but I'm going to put 5 amp fuses. I'm going to put one on each leg, which makes no sense whatsoever, but I got them and it's going to work. So I don't know if I can get this camera. Do I do it? Okay. Well, this thing is off. For sure it's off. And I'll get, when you see it, yep. Put the wires, I'll strip them. I wonder if I could bend these over too. Give it a little more meat on the crimp. Yep. That way if I burn a transformer out again, I just plug one in. So I'm putting two 5-amp fuses in there. Five and five, that's what it is, isn't it? That's a 10. Threw it on the floor. So I put this 5 in here too. And I'm gonna put one in here just so I have one as a spare. And I put a 7.5 because that's what I got. This little case covers them up, so you won't be getting anything on there. And that should work. They work. I got a little switch in here to change the lights from green, red, well, it's what they are. Oh, that's the lights. Train. Well, I was doing all the stuff without any battery, and so oh shoot, you can see the the wheels appear to be on there. Whoa, hold on, come back, you missed the car. Let's see. They're on. Uh-oh. Let's see how that goes. I think we lost something. Okay. Where'd the car go? The caboose. Oh. There it is. Now, I had this thing running last night, or the other night. Had no problems. Ran really good. Now I can't. So I'm going to have to brush up the track, I guess, a little bit more. And jeez. Well, I don't know if you saw that. I had the camera right, but right here, just dropped. try to see if I can put the caboose. This is a magnet I've got for weight. Okay, hey, I lost a wheel. Where'd that go? Oh, it's on the floor. Now here's where fat fingers are tough, because I gotta put them on. Come on. Got some kind of tweezers. See if I can get them in with this. Oh. Let's run it backwards. Why does it sound so bad? It's on. Let's see if I can find something to fix all this. Guess what else I found here? This is the third one. Where are they coming from? Just let her run for a while and see if we can get. I don't know what it is. Tracks don't like it. Doesn't like the tracks. That's running pretty good now. Whoop. Got the lights on now. Anyway, that's our tree stand. It's working pretty good now. You can see I got this cord that'll go up the trunk of the tree to plug the lights on the tree on. We have a old-fashioned one where you actually have to put the fixtures, the lights, the fixtures themselves on. Everything is working pretty good now. So I think I will wrap it up, try to clean up my mess, and that's about it. So next year, get the tree out and see if the train runs. All right, well, thanks for sticking by me, and hope this was some kind of fun for you. Have a good one.